Happened here in Brentford many hours ago now. Steve Bendall of Coventry, the middleweight, much touted and possible future opponent for Howard Eastman, against Mike Algoet of Belgium, a durable southpaw. This was quite a fight, believe you me.
Now 5 rounds gone, and Steve Bendall, we reckon here at ringside, has pulled himself back to level pegging against a very tough man from Bruges of Belgium, Mike Algoet. Bendall by far the taller of the two, both of them southpaws, and just about really cancelled each other out. Richie Davis just saying, come on, Mr. Algoet, get that hand out of there. Good body shot by Bendall. Algoet just paused momentarily. I think he felt that one. Again, Algoet holding on the narrow side of the referee.
Yeah, there are definite signs here that Algoet is tiring Jim, but now Bendall, this is the stage of the contest where he must be very careful, because this guy's he's getting a little bit desperate, and as you can see, he's starting to throw a few wild shots, and Bendall, unfortunate for him, he's getting caught with them. So this is a crucial stage of the contest now. Algoet is going to get a little bit desperate, throw a few wild punches. Stevie Bendall must keep that guard nice and tight and high.
Well, he got himself caught again, Bendall, with another good right hand from Mike Algoet. Coming up to the midway point in the 6th round, the midway point therefore in the contest. That's better by Bendall. Not a lot of power behind them, but pushing his man onto the back foot, which is where he wants him. Bendall, that low right hand needs to be a little bit quicker and needs to force it a bit more. And Richie, on this sort of performance, would you think a meeting with Howard Eastman would be the wisest thing for Steve Bendall to contemplate?
I think Steve Bendall should leave Howard Eastman well alone. I mean, Howard Eastman, he's the Premier League, and this is Division 1 stuff, and that's, with all due respect to Bendall and Algoet, Howard Eastman is in a totally different league.
Good work inside by Bendall. But Richie Davis giving them every opportunity to break before he has to tell them. He's already spoken to them about trying to give some value for money. Algoet missing with that left of his. That was a slip. Bendall looking for a good finish to this round to give him another precious point, just to perhaps ease himself into the lead at the halfway stage of this scheduled 12-rounder. Better by Bendall. Just half blocked by the gloves of Algoet. But Bendall may well have done enough just to take that round. I reckon he has.
Now listen. This fucker can't fight going backwards, okay? But you don't just walk in, you've got to back him up with a jab. Step in with a jab, okay? Don't just stand there admiring your work. Put your hands up, step the jab, and then walk up to him. You're lazing about, okay? Come on.
Well, the Bendall corner, and Dean Pyle in particular, reckon their man has still got a bit to go. But co-commentator, former WBC super middleweight champion of the world, Richie, reckons he's just done enough to get the nose in front.
Yeah, again, Jim, not a lot in the round, there really wasn't, but for me, Bendall just did the better work, got caught with the single shots again from Algoet. His punches were more decisive, but Bendall was there with the 2 and 3 punch combinations, just edged it for me.
Round 7. Well, with 19 consecutive wins and 12 inside the distance, a lot of people felt this might have been a straightforward routine defense for Steve Bendall. Nasty little rub of heads once again. Bendall anxious to get on with it, pushes his man away. He has such a reach advantage, but he's allowed Algoet, certainly in the early rounds, too often to step inside and catch him. Getting a bit wild now from Algoet. Yeah, holding the man round the head and hitting. Next time it's going to cost him a point. A little bit of the edge has gone off this contest so far. Bendall not too far away with the left uppercut, and again very nearly walked onto a right and delivered by the Belgian.
Yeah, when you said it there, Jim, he's literally walking onto the shot, and for the majority of this fight, he's been moving onto that punch, moving to his right. What he's got to start doing, using the jab, and start moving to the left a little bit, and start moving away from that big left hand of Algoet. But he hasn't been doing that, Bendall. He's been walking onto the shot, mainly because he's been moving to his right and walking onto it.
Well, Algoet, remember, was stopped over 3 years ago in 8 rounds by Howard Eastman. So if Bendall could do that in something similar, well, he would feel that he's right on track, but he's got a fair bit to do. A little bit of wildness in the work of Algoet, but Bendall's not really punishing him enough. Under a minute to go to the end of round 7. Bendall again dropping that right shoulder and getting himself caught. Well, Algoet, you've got to say, has done well, and remember, he's been in with some of the best prospects in Europe. The very good Sergei Marchuk, the unbeaten Hungarian, and the excellent French light middleweight prospect Christophe Canclot. He's gone 10 and 12 rounds with them.
Yeah, Bendall's just starting to command a little bit now, getting on top, better boxing, better work rate, but he's going back in a straight line, Jim, and he gets caught back on those ropes.
Well, another tough round, and Bendall mixing the good with the pretty awful. Well, they're telling Bendall off in his corner for moving backwards with his hands down when he should be keeping them up.
Listen, hands up. You've got, when you push him up, it's no good standing there when
Il veut boxer. Tu veux écouter, non. Un coup et c'est fini. Un coup et c'est fini. C'est pas bon. C'est pas bon. 2, 3, 4 coups. Yeah, avec coup.
What they're looking for in the Belgian corner is the 3rd, 4th and 5th punch. There was a little bit of naughtiness that brought the very serious telling off from Richie Davis. He was lucky he didn't get a point deducted, but he was pushing Bendall backward, and Bendall had the hands too far down, and although Algoet didn't land with anything meaningful, he was pushed onto the back foot. So Steve Bendall got himself caught with a good right hand, and the knees wobbled, and he's holding on, Bendall. He didn't look very happy with that. Now, whether he was off balance or not, it remains to be seen, but he did get caught with a little short right hand, and he did wobble, and he did hold on, and he's leaving himself wide open again, and Algoet will get great strength from that, I'm quite sure. Bendall is getting hit too often, Richie.
Oh, he's getting it all over the place here, and in the clinches, Algoet is coming across with that left hand. He really lands that punch in the clinches so well, and Bendall certainly hasn't learned from that. When he's in close, he gets caught with that almost every time, and this has been a very hard fight for Stevie Bendall.
Well, this has been the worst minute of the contest so far for Steve Bendall. He got hit often and hard there. That's better from him, but again, that right hand of his is dropping away, and I'm wondering what sort of condition Bendall is in. He came in exactly 11 stone 6 for this contest, so he should be in decent condition, and again he gets caught, and again Algoet's head goes into Bendall's face. Richie Davis giving them every opportunity to work inside or get out of it, and get out of it they do. Well, some encouragement from the Bendall faithful, and he needs every bit of it. Belgian corner getting a little bit agitated, and Richie Davis just paused to tell them off. Heads rubbing rather nastily. Yep, Mr. Algoet, the man responsible. Good solid right hand by Algoet. Better by Bendall. Body and then head. Needs to do more of it. Got himself caught with a left to the solar plexus. What a tough round, and another tough round for Bendall. Good finish by him.
Keep it on the outside, you got to keep your hands up.
Listen to Trevor, come on, concentrate.
You're jabbing and you're dropping it down there. Jab and bring it back there, right?
All right, you want a drink?
Keep them hands up. Jab and bring them back here, not down there.
Just swallow it.
Well,
okay?
it couldn't be tighter. Trevor Francis imploring his boxer to keep his hands up.
Yeah, drink.
And this could go the full 12, and it's going to be a close call if it stays like this, Richie.
Yeah, this is nip and tuck all the way. It really is. This is a close contest. Bendall himself now, he's starting to tire a little bit, and that's mainly because he's taking a lot of those single punches, and believe you me, when you're taking shots like that, it knocks the wind out your sails. It does tire you, it drains your strength, and that's what's happened to Bendall at the moment.
Come on, go.
Well, two-thirds the way through the scheduled 12-rounder for Steve Bendall's IBO Inter-continental middleweight crown. Good start by the reigning champion. But this fella from Belgium, Mike Algoet, aged 28, a year younger than Bendall, has given him a lot of trouble and may well continue to do so. Algoet misses with the left. Better by Bendall, but not much zip behind those shots.
Well, no, there isn't, but at the same time, there's 2 or 3 punches going in there from Bendall, and then he holds his opponent, and then he pushes him off, and he gets back to the long-range stuff, and there again, he works and he holds. So it is a little bit better. Certainly while he's doing that, he's winning the contest. He just now and again, he drops those hands far too low, he gets a little bit sloppy, and he takes that single shot, and it's been mainly that left gloving punch from Algoet, but this is better from Bendall.
Yeah, a couple of good right hands. Set the challenger back on his heels, and then Bendall allows him to come forward instead of stepping in and pressing home the advantage. And Algoet gets a little bit of confidence back and comes storming ahead. Bendall's hands held a lot higher in this round. Algoet's cut. There's a cut where that was a clash of heads, or not. If it was, it's probably his own fault. And he's got himself hurt by Bendall. Bendall suddenly has found something else. Algoet, look at his glove. There's a nasty little gash around his left eyebrow, almost close to the bridge of the nose. Good left hand from Algoet as Bendall comes in. So he's by no means finished. Don't hold a net from Richie Davis. Algoet ignores him.
Again, I mean, I would be furious with Bendall. Again, taking unnecessary punches, Jim, on the inside there, in the clinches. He can literally see the punches coming, but doesn't get out of the way. I know he's tired, but at the same time, he should not be taking them punches.
Well, he has 3 more rounds to negotiate unless he can find something to hold it a lot earlier. So Algoet has a nasty cut on his left eyebrow, and Bendall wants to try to punish him. And Algoet for the first time looks a little bit weary. He does look weary. Break bellows Richie Davis. Good footwork by Bendall. Nice sweeping right hand round the corner. And that was a better round by the defending champion, despite an iffy start. Straight to work in the Belgian corner. Falling a little bit short initially by Bendall, and then that was better. Little right hand teed him up, and the second right made very good contact. Kept his man on the long arm and round the corner, body and then head, and then that was a good left hand and a little right uppercut and a little clash of heads. But better work by this fellow.
Boxing, give him a boxing lesson.
Okay.
When he launches, get them up, down, open your hook, up yourself and let him
You do this for yourself. Come on, you've got to pick the pace up. Come on. Be positive. Come on.
hands up on boxing.
Trevor Francis in the Bendall corner, last man out of the ring, having given a last piece of advice to his charge. Good start by Bendall, picking up where he left off at the end of the 9th. Better by Bendall. Algoet looks tired. Oh, and he comes straight back with a jab.
You see, that's when Bendall's got to be tight, Jim, a lot tighter with his guard. He lands with 3 or 4 good punches, lovely little combinations. They're not devastating punches, but they're scoring blows, they're scoring points. But then you know something's going to come back from Algoet, and that's when he's got to get those hands up. But the main problem he's had tonight, Bendall, with his jab has been far too slow, and he hasn't been bringing it back to the guard position. He's been throwing the jab and bringing it back down to his hips. That's what he should have been doing. Majority of the time, you've got to throw the jab and bring it along the same path and back to the guard position, and that's where Bendall has fallen well short tonight.
Going up to the midway point in the 10th. Bendall looking reasonably composed, but he's got to watch out for the occasional single shot, which has caught him, and there was a left there from Algoet, wasn't too far away. Again, that right of Bendall's has dropped about 6 inches, and that's going to leave a big target area for Algoet, who's just waiting for his opportunity. Better by Bendall, hands up again. Near Dean Powell saying be first with the jab, and that's pretty good basic boxing advice, Richie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that goes back down to schoolboy level. Be first with the jab. Everything must come from behind that jab. Work with the jab. You know, you carve open your openings. You create opportunities for yourself. A few feints going in there, which he hasn't done tonight, Stevie Bendall. He's been very, very slow with the jab, and he's been a little bit predictable at times. But the footwork and low hands has meant he's got caught with those single shots. He's got to have a lot more head movement, Stevie Bendall.
Bit of a bounce now in the stem of Bendall. And again, off camera, Richie Davis telling the Belgian corner to be quiet. At least I think that's what he said to them. Oh, a couple of little glancing blows from Algoet, so there's still something there in the Belgians' tank. It's just about 10 seconds to go. Bendall looking a lot more composed. Good finish by him. Algoet seems to be the more tired of the two.
Better round. Keep boxing, man. Don't stand there doing this business. Jab him.
Now listen, don't go lazy, okay? You've got to control the pace. You mustn't let him control the pace of the fight. You've got to dominate it. You've got to dictate it, okay?
When you're in front of him, don't stand there, look at him, punch him. He's not punching, you're punching. When he's punching,
Top
he's
ball.
getting away, right?
Good, good. Okay.
So unless the wheels come off Richie, you reckon the Bendall's just about got this, but he has to make sure in the last 2 rounds.
Well, I think Dean Powell summed it up there. You know, he's drumming it into him. Don't be lazy, because if anything, at times here tonight, Steve Bendall has been lazy in all areas, and he's got caught with unnecessary punches. And so, you know, they're drilling him now. Don't be lazy. Just keep it tight. Keep behind your boxing and take no risks. That would be my instructions to Steve Bendall.
So Steve Bendall needs 6 more very good minutes just to guarantee that he's going to retain his IBO Intercontinental middleweight crown against a man who last time out was beaten in points by the useful young Italian prospect Ottavio Baroni. But Algoet has been in with some of the best in the business around Europe, and although he's lost 14 professional contests, the only men to have stopped him are Howard Eastman, who is an exceptional boxer, and a very good Nigerian who's based in Germany called Jerry Elliott.
A little bit better again from Bendall, you have to say. Just keeping it a little bit tighter and boxing well, holding. 2 and 3 punch combinations, then he's holding, and as I said, it's not devastating, but it's winning the contest.
That's what he should have been doing from the... Oh, he got caught again. Well, just as we were praising him for getting back to his orthodox boxing, he lets the guard drift.
And that's what his corner was on about, Jim, earlier, you know, being about being lazy. Dean Powell was drumming it into him about you mustn't be lazy in this round, and there he gets caught through being a little bit lazy going in.
Can you imagine what a genuinely big hitter like Howard Eastman might do? Bendall's got a very bad cut. Bendall is cut very badly again. Dear oh me, blood is streaming down over his face, and it's on his left eyebrow. And Algoet has seen that. Richie Davis is having a good look at Bendall. That is not just dripping blood, it's streaming blood. And I tell you, Richie Davis's significant other will have a fair bit of washing to do when he gets home. Now, I wonder, was that a bit of a clash of heads? Bendall really going to work now, but he can hardly see out of that left eye. And he rubs his hand across his face, and his face is an awful mess. It won't look so bad when they get him back to the corner in 30 seconds or so and wipe it away. And I don't think at this stage of the contest it's going to be stopped because of the cut. I'm quite sure it won't. Great refereeing by Richie Davis, just tells the pair of them to tidy it up. Well, Bendall looks absolutely dreadful. There is a nasty gash somewhere around his left eyebrow. Nice exchange of southpaw jabs. There's the rubbing of heads again. And Bendall, bloodied and battered, back to the corner, and they will have to do a serious bit of work on that. Dear oh me, now that is going to need a squad of stitches.
Still, there's 1 round to go here. Now, keep your hands up, he's going to come out like a lunatic.
Now, was there a clash of heads? We'll have a look at that. That was a good right hand. That was a very good right hand. And another angle, may just see it clear. That was a great shot. And a left came round the corner to follow it up. And Bendall has got a nasty, nasty cut. And that is going to need, well, a pile of stitches.
Keep still. Positive thinking, he's going to come swinging and snatching.
Well, that may last 3 minutes, but Steve Bendall will be mighty glad that that cut didn't occur earlier on in the contest. And already before a punch has been landed, and the first punch was landed by Mike Algoet, Bendall's nasty, wicked-looking cut has opened up. Oh, good shot. There was a slip as well. There was a slip. The referee's given it as an 8 count, and that is going to cost Bendall the round unless he can force something similar on his opponent. Oh, he got caught again. So is Bendall going to lose this, Richie, in the last couple of minutes?
Well, this is desperate stuff now for Stevie Bendall. He has got to get behind his jab and he's got to get on his bike. And you know, he'll have done this from his schoolboy days about hitting and moving and keeping on the outside of the ring. And that's what he's got to do now, Jim. This is desperate stuff for Steve Bendall. He certainly doesn't want to be standing and trading blow for blow with this guy who's looking for that big swinging left punch. Bendall needs to keep it long and just get on the outside.
What a clatter of heads. Oh, that is worse than that cut if possible. Dear oh me. Oh, what a mess Bendall's faces in. Mick Williamson, expert man that he is going to have to do his best with that. Is Richie Davis going to stop it in the last round? There was an awful clattering of heads.
Side to side, come on, side to side.
Well, it would be awful for Bendall if it was stopped when he may well have been ahead. This last round hasn't helped him. A good shot by Algoet, plus a slip, forced an 8 count. Still got a minute and a half to go, Bendall. He's got to move, Richie.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to move. I mean, for me, he's definitely ahead in this fight. There hasn't been a lot in it, but he's ahead, and now he's just got to keep on the move. Jim, hit and move. This is what he's got to do. But he's all over the place at the moment.
Well, he's got himself caught again, and again he slips. That was more a slip than anything else, and a little bit of a rubber advertising at the ringside nearly landed him in our lap. His face is an appalling mess, and he gets caught again. And this is a dreadful round for Stevie Bendall. Not a sound from the Coventry fans who've made the trip down here. A minute to go. Can Bendall survive? Can his face survive?
Well, you
Bendall slips again. Oh, that was dreadful. Oh, Algoet shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that. He's taken a point off for the low blow when the man was on his knees, and that will have wiped out what he did when he forced the standing 8 count. So this may well be an even round after all, and it may just mean the difference between Steve Bendall hanging on to this title and losing it. 20 seconds remaining. This last round has had absolutely everything. It looked like a routine defense for Stevie Bendall, and if he'd done something like that from the start, Richie Woodall, he'd have won this easily. As it is, it's going to go to 3 judges, 2 from Britain and 1 from South Africa, and is bloodied Bendall going to hang on? Algoet, the seriously hard Belgian, is giving it everything, and Bendall got caught again, and his knees wobbled, and everything they told him in the corner has gone out the window. Algoet reckons he's got it. Bendall reckons he's got it. Terry O'Connor, John Coyle, and the South African Clive Jackson will decide. But what a dreadfully torrid last 4 minutes for Stevie Bendall. That wicked, wicked cut towards the end of the 11th round. Had it occurred a few rounds earlier, then there would have been no doubt about the outcome, because that would have been stopped. That cut is going to keep him out of the ring for quite some time. What a finish to that contest.
Judge John Coyle scores the contest 114-113 in favour of Bendall. Judge Clive Jackson scores the contest 116-111 in favour of Algoet. Judge Terry O'Connor scores the contest 116-111 in favour of the winner, and still IBO Intercontinental Middleweight Champion, Steve Bendall.
Well, a dramatic and controversial finale to our programme tonight. That's the end of this particular late boxing show.